Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Virtual Forwards Work Club. My name is Neil and I'm a job broker for the Forwards Employment Service. If you've missed last week's episode, feel free to go back and check it out now. The link will be in the description. Otherwise, let's get started with today's session. All you'll need for today is a pen or a pencil and some paper to write on. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that everyone should be trying to live a healthy lifestyle, whether that be a nutritious diet or engaging in regular exercise. The trick to living this healthy lifestyle though is balance. I would never tell you that you should only be eating fruit or that you should be going for a 20-mile run every day, because that isn't healthy. You may have heard the phrase everything in moderation. This rule applies to fruit and exercise just as much. So what should we be doing on a daily basis? It's so hard for us to say for sure because there are so many news articles and healthy living guides out there to tell you what to do, but they seem to always tell you different things. Well, in today's session we're going to look at the middle of the road, good rule to live by, can't go far wrong, and easy to follow plan. The first thing I want you to do is write down what you ate last week. This might sound quite challenging, but take some time and really think about it. Here's what I ate last week as an example. I may have forgotten a couple of things, but that's fine, I have the general idea. Pause the video now to write down what you ate last week, Monday to Friday. You'll probably notice some trends throughout the week. For breakfast I usually have cereal and coffee, and then for snacks throughout the day they vary between packets of crisps, cereal bars, bananas, grapes, apples, things like that. And I always tend to drink water and just water throughout the day as well, it just seems to work for me. So looking at the rest of the day, for Monday, for lunch I had Sunday roast, and for dinner I had a jack potato, salad and couscous. Tuesday, for lunch I had a tuna sandwich, and for dinner I had a homemade vegetable curry. Moving to Wednesday, I had homemade curry leftovers for lunch, and then salmon, broccoli and new potatoes for dinner. Thursday, cheese toasty for lunch, I spoiled myself a little bit then. And then Thursday evening for dinner, I had a frittata. Moving on to Friday, frittata leftovers with a salad, and then homemade pizza for evening meal. Not to mention the fact that I had a beer for the evening as well. Why not treat myself? It's a Friday after all. So as you can see, my diet is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I try to have 2 pieces of fruit each day, and combine that with the veg I have with my main meals, I generally reach the 5-day target we all know so well. You'll also see that I try to make my meals relatively varied. I try to avoid food packed full of salt and sugar, but indulge a little here and there because my willpower has a limit. Now onto the food and drink you've had last week. How many vegetables do you eat per week? How much fruit do you eat? Could that battered cotton chips you had for Thursday night's dinner be substituted for breaded fish and new potatoes? Be reasonable. Having a meal plan switch from this to this would be hard to deal with. So make small changes and you'll see the difference over time. And have fun in the kitchen. You can experiment with different flavours, with herbs, spices, swapping out some foods for alternatives. Here's one to try. Instead of greasy chips or fries, try a roasted butternut with smoked paprika. Now of course, if you want to lose weight and make a huge turnaround in your eating habits, you'll have to make bigger changes to really see bigger results. Check out a video by Healthy Lifestyles Gloucestershire by clicking the link in the description of this video. They go into detail about what makes a great diet, including daily intake of salts, fats, sugars, etc. Okay, so now that we've covered the basics of food, let's talk about exercise. A word that many will probably just squirm at the sound of it. Again, I want to emphasise I'm not telling you that you should be exercising as if you're about to run the London Marathon, and many of you out there may have disabilities preventing conventional exercise methods. If so, check out the link in the description for suggestions on what exercise options may be out there for you. Now, like before, I want you to make a note of all the exercise you've done over the past week, Monday to Friday. Pause the video now to give yourself enough time to complete this task. Okay, so as you can see from the example I've left on screen for you, Monday and Friday covers a simple 30-minute walk around the local residential area. On Tuesday and Thursday we have a 4-kilometre run, and on Wednesday we have a 10-minute walk to a shop, and then 10-minute walk back whilst carrying heavy shopping. So how did you get on? I'll be the first to admit that getting out and about isn't easy, especially if you enjoy putting your feet up, playing some games, watching a film, but it's vitally important to get at least some exercise on a regular basis. If you look at my plan, it's far from perfect, but it gets the job done. It's simply a matter of getting the heart rate up each day in the form of physical movement. Maybe you prefer to ride a bicycle, or maybe you can go for a swim, play tennis or football, find a sport you enjoy and get stuck in. So in summary of what we've covered today, number 1, eat healthy, but not so much that you can no longer stand the size of a banana by day 3. Don't cut out everything you love entirely, it's not realistic. Maybe have a portion of fish and chips once in a while, maybe once a fortnight. Believe me, you'll enjoy it a lot more if you don't have it so often. And maybe try swapping out some food and drinks for others. Instead of your favourite fizzy beverage, try some water and elderflower. Again, if you want to make a huge lifestyle change, check out the video by Healthy Lifestyles Gloucestershire by clicking the link in the description. And number 2, get active. But at the same time be realistic. Take 30 minutes of your day to go out for a quick walk, bike ride, maybe yoga. If there's one thing you should take away from this session, it's what I said at the start. Everything in moderation. Eating a healthy diet and exercising is so much easier when you don't overdo it. If you exercise non-stop or eat nothing but low fat this or low sugar that, you will probably quickly begin to dislike the food you eat and the exercise you're doing. So take it slow, take it steady, and your healthy lifestyle is far more achievable. Thank you for joining us for this week's session of the Virtual Forwards Work Club. Please share feedback in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We hope to see you next week.